Welcome back to the Turn the Music podcast. My name is Kyle. This is episode 12. And we got CJ here. How are you, sir?
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you doing tonight?
That's that. I think that's all I got. It's
Cool. Awesome.
I just can't believe we're on our 12th episode already.
I know, it's going quickly.
It is going quickly.
Yeah.
It completely changed our schedule of what we wanted to do.
Yeah. I don't think we've done. I think we've done like 3 or 4 episodes that we have planned to do, and that's about it.
That's fine.
Hang on a second.
Just roll with it. Why are you so close to the camera now?
I'm trying to see what you're looking at in your glasses.
through the glare of my glasses.
Yeah, the glare glass. I want to see it. You're
it's
looking
just
at
the document from our like little notes that we use.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's the only thing on my screen that's got a white like window.
Got it. So, anything good going on in the week?
Not really.
All right,
It's a very busy week.
Gotcha.
It was in work, outside of work. It was busy, so I'm just I'm burnt out. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
In the next couple of weeks, it'll lighten up and it'll kind of be a little bit easier.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're at crunch time. How about you?
Yeah, about the same.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on. Burning, Fire.
Have you been listening to anything new?
You know what? Yes. I wasn't planning on. I didn't even think about doing that. But yeah, and in fact, this is going to come up in a couple of weeks. Because he's going to be an artist that we're going to talk about. But Eric Gales is who I've been listening to a lot of this week. So let's play a couple Eric Gales thing. Where's that album? That one.
Maybe.
So we've talked about
be our next episode.
Is your next episode?
We should just make it the next episode if you're going to introduce him a little bit now.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
So we've talked about Joe Bonamassa. Joe Bonamassa played with Beth Hart. Beth Hart has also played with Eric Gales. So this is a cover of a John Lennon song. No, Paul McCartney song, sorry. Which I'm sure you'll recognize. And Beth Hart does some ridiculous stuff in this one.
Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, now. With a little help from my friend. Oh, I need somebody. With a little help from my friend. Said I'm gonna get on by. With a little help from my friend. Try with a little help.
Love is a way.
Does a word be?
And you've mentioned it before, that you hear a lot of Janis Joplin in her.
Yeah, totally.
And I think,
well, I mean, like I hear it in Hannah Wicklund, but she's even more so.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the one little like Janis Joplin section. Hang on here.
I'm gonna keep on trying, Lord.
I'm gonna keep trying, yo.
Keep on trying together. We ain't alone no more, no more. We ain't alone no more. Together.
I think it's before that. Hang on.
A little help
So yeah, that's Beth Hart, and she's gonna be coming up soon as well. So we're gonna do an episode about Beth Hart as well, probably right after the Eric Gales one, because
She's I would love to know, or if she's going to do a Janis Joplin album.
that would be really cool.
I would love to hear how she handles all that.
Yeah, yeah, and because like she does a Led Zeppelin album, and she sounds remarkably like Robert Plant in that. It's like wow. So, and then one more little Eric Gales one. This is I love this little tune. I'm pretty sure he wrote this to close all of his concerts because it's called "I Gotta Go." But just take a listen to a little bit of this.
My. You know, I'd like to stick around. I'd like to stay a little longer. I would like to stick around a little longer if I could. I really wouldn't mind playing a little longer either. And you people are kind of nice. It's shown up a beautiful night. Everybody's feeling all right. But it's way past midnight. And that's out of sight. But you know, it's always that time that comes. Well, we all need to get out of here. And for us, I gotta go. Can't stick around here. I gotta go. Get to the next show. Here we go again.
So that's off of his newest album called Crown. That came out in 2022. So that's what I've been listening to. A lot of Eric Gales.
I can understand why. Did you know that he did I wonder if it's recorded live on October 21st in 2021. It was called Bonamassa versus Gales.
No.
And it's called World Heavyweight Guitar Battle.
Really?
Yes. And it's like in his profile for Spotify, it's a picture of him.
I see the picture. I never clicked on it.
So. I clicked on this thing, and that's what it is.
Interesting.
So now I'm curious to see if there's a video of it. I'm sure
cool.
there is.
Ooh, I didn't.
That must have been an impressive show.
Yeah. I didn't see this the other day. Let's try just a little bit of this. This is well, you'll recognize it. So lots of good stuff to talk about when we get to Eric Gales. So yeah. What about you, sir? What are you listening to?
Not actually. This week was so busy. Not much music. I'm trying to finish up the audiobook, and even that's been like pushed aside. But once this audiobook is done, I'm done with the series, and I'm gonna take a break from audiobooks, and I may actually listen to music again.
Wow.
Actually, what I did do this week is because I was doing a lot of paperwork and stuff, I was listening to some classical music. I was listening to Dvorak. I was listening to Rimsky-Korsakov. I was listening to Chopin. I was listening to a lot of people because I was trying to listen to anything stuff that didn't have words to it, so I could just process. And then I found an Apple Music, and I haven't listened through it all the way, but I'm actually looking forward to doing it. It's called I'm waiting for it to come up. If it loads, if it wants to load. Recently, I was listening to a thing called. Of course, it's not going to show it to me. It was called Horror. Oh, there it is. Nope. I'm going to bring it up. it's called horror classical. I think it's called that. Basically, it's just a bunch of compositions that feel scary or whatever.
Okay.
But there's a lot of great stuff on it, So I was just like, perfect. And it's fairly. It came out like 2015. This compilation. It's like 3 hours of music.
Cool.
Yeah. So I just kind of let it play. There's a lot of some composers are like more newer, like neoclassical composers, or the time period.
Mhm.
But it was pretty cool find. So
Cool.
but that's what I was doing. And you know what? I forgot how much I enjoy listening to classical music.
Yeah.
Just letting a symphony play or a bunch of works play is just so enjoyable and calming and everything. And I just, I when I was listening to it, I was like, I got to do this more often, even if it's only for a little bit, just to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it.
Yep.
So that's about it.
Have you listened to the new Hannah Wicklund live at Audio Tree yet?
No, I have not.
That's another one you should listen to as well.
Have you listened to it?
I have.
Is it good?
Yes. And the YouTube video, she's got interviews, very interesting stuff. I will link the YouTube version of it in the show notes in the description, so you can check that out.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, all right, shall we get to our artist of the week?
Our artist, the artist spotlight.
Artist spotlight. The Wailing
Needs it.
Jennies. A group I've
Wailing
been listening
Jennies.
to a ton recently.
And you found them through.
I don't remember.
Was it through? We were doing like Sarah Watkins.
It might have been during the Sarah Watkins.
And then it was like I'm with her.
Yeah.
Around that. No, or were they? No, they weren't a Corey Wong. Fine.
Mm-mm. No, that
No.
was Truesdale.
That's true.
They're similar to Truesdale in a lot of ways. But and they're not part of, none of them are part of I'm With Me, but just kind of a similar style.
Right.
Which is, I think, how I found them.
Right.
So, the Wailin Jennies are a folk group, and they started in a music store, actually, called Sled Dog Music. And Ruth Moody was brought in with Nikki Maida and Kara Luft for a joint performance, and they just kind of figured that's where it was going to stop. And it was so well received that they actually formed a group, and they were named the Wailin Jennies, as a pun on the country music singer Waylon Jennings. And their first real show, they played, it was right around the time of Waylon Jennings' death, and people thought they were making fun of it, and it turned out that they were named long before that. But there's not a lot of stuff from the Wailin Jennies, unfortunately, because they're a group of like musicians that are just kind of brought together just because they felt like being brought together.
Right.
So they got about 5 albums, 5 albums, which we'll talk about tonight. And the group has changed a little bit. The third person's kind of rotated out right now. The latest version was Heather Massey. They don't have a lot of new stuff. Their latest album came out in 2017. So not a lot of new stuff that's out there, but some really great stuff. And it's, kind of in the vein of Nickel Creek. And, I mentioned a little bit of Truesdale because Truesdale's a trio of women, and that's what this is. And just a lot of like really great harmonies and really great vocals and just really kind of chill folk music out of Winnipeg, Canada.
So Ruth Moody
Mm-hmm.
has an album out 2024.
I didn't know that. I know that I haven't looked at their solo stuff yet.
No, I'm just
Um,
I'm curious to see. So
Yeah, they all
She
have
has
solo
one-
stuff out. I think Ruth plays the banjo, if I'm not mistaken.
I have to take a look. I didn't look. The last thing that Kara Luft did was 2012 in the sense of solo work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she may be a part of something else. And then I think the other name that they had in here was
Nikki Maida, Mehta. There's also
Actually-
Heather Massey.
it just says Heather at Massey, so I guess they updated it. And then the last thing she did as a solo work is 2018.
Okay.
So Ruth Moody is the most recent album in the sense of release.
Interesting.
Uh,
I'll definitely have to check that out. So the first album came out in 2004. It's an album called 40 Days. And up until the last, I don't know, week and a half, this was my favorite album. But their most recent album is surpassing it, I think. So, but let's take a listen to a couple of things. I love the opening track on the album. It's called One Voice.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice. The sound of one makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too.
So, very much true to the words. When they're singing about one person, it's one person. Two people, it's two people. Three people, it's three people. And just they're just so good at singing together, and it's just kind of relaxing. I found myself coming back to these albums quite a bit as I've been kind of diving deep into their stuff, and this is just a great album to do that with.
And they have tour dates coming up in November
Do they really?
in the States.
I didn't think they were together anymore.
Nope, they have in November they have PA, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and West Long Branch, New Jersey.
Interesting.
So unless these are old and they didn't update them, no, this is for this year.
Yeah, and Spotify's saying the same thing.
So
Cool.
yeah.
All right, next
They
song I
use
chose off
bands
this
in
album. I'm
town.
sorry.
No, I just realized there's a glitch with the internet and
Oh.
we were delayed. But they use bands in town as their touring stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's interesting.
Awesome.
You were saying
I was saying the next song that I have that I chose off this one is a cover of a Neil Young song, "Old Man." I should probably unmute myself here with the music here. God. Try that again.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost, such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed. I'm going home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, look in my eyes and you can tell that's true.
So, what makes trios so popular?
are you asking that as a rhetorical or as a curiosity?
As a curiosity, because I mean, you think about I mean, in a lot of different styles of music, trios are so popular. I would say that with the exception of like choral music, there's a lot of like Nickel Creek. You got that, Nickel Creek. You got Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and kind of the progressive kind of rock stuff.
I
You
think
know,
because your chords are 3 notes,
okay,
right? So I'm trying to simplify it. I'm not
yeah,
like I don't
yeah,
want
I
to
can see
overthink it for a
that.
second. I'm trying to simplify it. Your chords are 3 notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you could technically have an a cappella group with 3 people, but
You
it,
could,
it may not work very well.
yeah,
Um, depending upon what pieces you do and how you do it. I think part of it is the fact that you can have these 3 notes that are so prominent in the chord,
yeah.
but then you have the instruments filling it in.
How do you have a seventh chord in a 3-person group?
Instruments.
Yeah, but they do a lot of acapella stuff.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like I think that's but I think the appeal is the fact that you get 3 notes. You
Mm-hmm.
start putting 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 more people on there with a bunch of instruments. I think you start losing that feel.
Yeah, I
Unless
guess so.
they're backup singers. We're talking more of these. I wouldn't say that these are 3 separate artists that are singing together as a
Mm-hmm.
group, whereas they're not, there's no backup singers here.
Right.
So like if one of them doesn't sing, it's not going to sound like like the same song.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's at whereas like if you had them singing with backup singers and then they did a show where it's just the 3 of them, it'll still sound like the same song.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like so I think it's just if you take it down to the basic 3-note chord, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
notes may be within that chord, I think that's why they're so pleasing to the ear.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
That's just my opinion. I'm not, so
Okay. All right. So then we're going to move on to 2006, an album called Firecracker. And the first song I chose is a song called Glory Bound.
When I hear that trumpet sound, I will lay my burdens down. I will lay them deep into the ground. Then I'll know that I am glory bound. I'll be traveling far from home, but I won't be looking for too long. I'll be crossing over the divide, in a better home soon I will reside. Hallelujah,
So the first time we really hear like true, like full instrumentation from them. Just really, really, really well done.
their voices sound so good together.
Yeah. And it just gets better. Like looking at my list, it's like I can't wait to get further down the list because their stuff is like it just keeps getting better and better. So. Got a blue jay outside screaming.
I just realized something. I have the AC on in the background. Do you hear it?
Mm-mm.
What?
Your
Shut-
low pass filter should kick it out.
I'm gonna
If you-
leave it then because I don't want to turn it off and then like it changes the background
Yeah,
sound.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, if you've got on your Apollo, if the low pass filter's on, it should be fine. Because I got my
Yeah.
fan on. I can hear the fan like through my headphones, but when I do the recording, I don't hear it at all.
I never hear it through the recording or anything, or even through my headphones.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be okay. Yes, guys, it's been that hot and humid in this area for me to have to have the AC on.
Yeah, we're gonna be like upper 90s this week.
Yeah, we're gonna be touching 90s next week too. Yeah, we're about that same. Yeah.
All right, moving along. Speaking of hot weather, this is called Apocalypse Lullaby.
Hurricanes will come, earthquakes break the walls, oceans rise, empires fall, enter world, light unshone, follow heart, follow home. Here we are, light unshone, one round heart, one round home. Spin the speed of light, tetrahedron blue, one last paradise you can make for you. Enter world, light unshone, follow heart, follow home. Here we are, light unshone, one round heart, one round home.
Just such an interesting idea for a song, to combine the destruction of things and into a lullaby. Just weird.
Hey, as the world turns, right?
Yeah. Yep. I was just looking at the lyrics because I'm, me, I'm not a lyric guy.
Right.
But oh no, did I break it again? Oh no, I fixed it. Good. So hurricanes will come, earthquakes break the walls, oceans rise, empires fall. Enter the world, light unshone, follow heart, follow home. Here we are, light unshone, one round heart, one round home. Spin the speed of light, tetrahedron blue. Putting that word in a song, that is impressive. One last paradise you can make for you. Enter the world, light unshone, follow the heart, follow home. Faster than a ship, further than a bomb, see the glowing grid. Send love throughout the throng. Enter world, light unshone, follow heart, follow home. Here we are, light unshone, one round heart, one round home. Beautiful. Sorry, getting lost in the words.
No, they're beautiful words.
Yep.
You don't want to miss that.
No,
They're a group that's not just about the music. Like their
correct.
words really truly mean
Yep.
something. I mean, I think we get that with like nickel. We get that with a lot of this
Yeah.
bluegrass American folk. It's not
Yeah.
just it's not just a piece of music. The
Mhm.
words are there for a reason.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think like Nickel Creek, for example, and the Wailin Jennies, I think they're, well, for the most part, their songs, the meanings are a lot deeper than like your traditional bluegrass.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but then again, you have the songs like The Fox, about a fox going to town and stealing a goose and a duck and running away, and
but it's still a story.
right. But it's
You
not
know,
as
it's
deep
not-
as
Yeah. It's not,
earthquakes killing us.
Huh?
It's not as deep as earthquakes killing us, and
I mean, the fox is being a thief.
Yeah.
Don't steal things.
I guess.
Right. But no, I know I get what you're saying. It's the same thing with like Bell Fleck, the Flecktones,
Yeah.
and Victor Wooten. Like you
Mhm.
have some songs that you're kind of like, okay, but then like you have those few that no, you need to listen to the lyrics in this one.
Yeah.
Like we talk about I Saw God
Mm-hmm.
from Palmistry.
Yep.
You know, that's a big one to listen to the words to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, and I think that when you have people that are into the music in that aspect, like they're not looking for the awards, they're not looking for
Right.
the recognition, that consent. They're just looking at creating music for the purpose of music and putting stuff out there. You have, I'm not saying that there's music out there that's winning awards that doesn't have good lyrics and good,
Right. Right.
but I'm just saying that
They're focusing more on the art and trying to affect the world for the good.
right. Exactly.
All right. One more song off of this album.
Or they're Swifties in Ireland creating seismic activity that triggered. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
There apparently she had a concert. I don't know if it was this past week or this weekend, I should say. And the I guess the amount of people that were jumping up and down and dancing triggered the seismic reader
Really?
in a nearby town. So they thought it like, you know, it triggered it as if it was an earthquake.
Wow. That's crazy.
They're not that swift then.
No. No. That happened to me once when I fell down. Next time I was like, "Hey, did you fall?" I was like, "Yep."
That's
I'm okay though. Thanks for asking.
when we had that earthquake like a couple of months back.
Yep.
Here on Long Island. That's exactly what I said to somebody. Like, what happened? I'm like, I fell down. I'm sorry. I tripped and fell. Oh,
Oh boy.
oh,
All right, we got one more on this album called Long Time Traveler.
Ye fleeting charms of earth, farewell, your springs of joy are dry. My soul now seeks another home, a brighter world on high. I'm a long-time traveling here below. I'm a long-time traveling away from home. I'm a long-time traveling here below to lay this body down. Farewell, kind friends whose tender care has long engaged my love. Your fond embrace I now exchange for better friends above. I'm a long-time traveling here below. I'm a long-time traveling away from home. I'm a long-time traveling here below to lay this body down. I'm a long.
A lot of their stuff kind of has this almost Irish folk tune, but also this like ancient quality as well.
yes.
And I was just looking up because a lot of that style from Canada I find is more in like Newfoundland area. And because I'm an American and don't understand geography, I had to see where Winnipeg was as in relation to Newfoundland. Not even close. So I don't know, like, is there a big Irish population in Canada? I mean, I can understand Newfoundland because it's kind of across that big blue thing.
So it's very interesting because I was looking at this too. Like Ruth Moody was born in Australia
Really?
and then migrated to Canada. Then, who is it? Heather Massey or no, Cara Luft, I think, was
Mhm.
born in Maine.
I knew one of them was from Maine.
But Ruth Moody is from Australia. So the Winnipeg, Calgary area, like if you start going to Quebec, it's a lot more French than it is Irish.
Right, that's what I thought too.
So,
But like Great Big Sea is from Newfoundland. And they're very like Irish heavy.
I mean, it could just be that it's what they got into.
Yeah.
Music wise. You know,
Interesting.
hold on a second.
Okay.
I want to see something. Yeah, because if you click on, let's see,
I'm looking at Google Maps now.
who are you? Where are you from? So they're from Winnipeg,
Winnipeg. Yeah.
Winnipeg. Can't speak. Winnipeg. And it doesn't say anything about, let's say, apparently in Manitoba, which is a part of Winnipeg,
No,
there's
Winnipeg
a
is a
huge
part
Irish
of Manitoba.
Huh?
Winnipeg is a city.
I mean the other way around. Yes, that's what I meant to say. There's a huge Irish community.
Interesting.
Irish Association of Manitoba.
Okay.
So maybe that's what it is. There's a big migration of. Maybe they got upset with the Aries tour creating, earthquakes in Scotland, so they.
Maybe.
So the ironic part I just read was that they were doing the song "Shake It Off," and they were all dancing. They were all dancing so hard they triggered it. But yeah, I mean, and here let's see. Just for the purpose of what we're talking about, the Irish came to Manitoba and Saskatchewan. I can't read it from this far. Yeah, thank you. In two phases, Irish migrants from Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritime provinces headed westward in the 1870s. So there was a big migration. So yeah, there's a big Irish
and getting to
foundation there.
Manitoba from Ireland is not that easy. Like looking at the map, like you've got to, like, if you go too far north, you're gonna freeze your butt off in Greenland. But you've got to go around Newfoundland through like these islands and into a bay before you hit Manitoba. Huh.
Yeah, but they could have came in through the States and went up north.
Yeah, I guess.
I
guess, yeah.
But that answers the question, or more of like why you feel that there's such a Irish feel to it. That's why.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, and and they were saying that at the aptly named Killarney settlement near the American border had many Irish settlers by the 1880s. Although it was first settled by English, Scottish, and Irish colonists. So
all right, so here's another weird thing. Winnipeg, very close to Minnesota, which is more Norwegian, Swedish, and Scandinavian. Right. I mean, it's very close to Minnesota. It's
right. But I mean, it's just like anything else. It's just, I mean, if their base of migrants were from Ireland.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, if they did go through the States, like it's very likely they'd go through Minnesota, which is more Scandinavian. I don't know. Whatever. The Swedes kicked them out. Who knows? All right.
Good thing this is not a social studies or geography podcast, because we're failing and we have maps in front of us.
Yeah, whatever. So 2009 they came out with a live album, the Mouch Chunk Opera House. I don't know where that is, but some really cool stuff on this album. Opening up with very popular song "Summertime," and the harmonies on this are ridiculously good. Except I have to unmute it before you can hear them. Talking too much about geography.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy Little baby, don't you cry. Hush, child. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky to the morning.
Just so beautiful. And I really get, the sense that they are so, I mean, you and I have, talked about this a little bit with like voice lessons, but they just sound so grounded. It's almost like
Yes.
their entire body is the instrument. And you don't get that a lot with singers all
No,
the
but
time. And,
yeah,
it's
their
almost
entire
like,
body's vibrating on that note.
Yeah,
At every
yeah.
note that they sing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I got that from just that sound right there, but I did.
Well, and it's kind of ironic because we were talking about why is it a trio and they're doing this a cappella.
Yeah.
And it sounds so full.
Yeah.
A little background on the Mouch Chunk Opera House.
Is it
I found
chunky?
that. It is one of America's oldest vaudeville theaters in operation after more than
Interesting.
140 years.
Where is it?
It is in Pennsylvania, by the Lehigh River.
Okay.
It's about 2 hour. It's in the Victorian village of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Now I want to go visit. It's about 2 hours west of New York City. So it's not that big of a drive if you really think about it. Like from here, it'd be 3 hours. Built in 1881, adjacent to what was then known as Millionaires Row, the concert hall was a whistle stop for emerging vaudeville stars, as well as a popular gathering of locations for dignitaries, merchants, and politicians. It seats about 380 people and is one of the Northeast premier intimate concert. It's not a large stage when you look at their pictures, but it does say that they deal with classic rock, jazz to bluegrass, folk, regular theater, special events. Like they had pictures of like a burlesque show that traveled through. But if you look at the pictures, it's not a gigantic stage, which honestly, it's not a bad thing.
No,
think
and that
sometimes-
fits the style of music.
Yeah. Totally.
It's.
So
I'll be honest with you. Like this group has given me an idea for another YouTube channel, and I love the idea, but I don't know how to pull it off.
because of the music.
Partly because of the music. There's a lot of logistics that would go into it, and I don't know how to pull it all off. Anyway,
We
I'll
could
tell you
talk
what it is,
about
but
that.
you'll
if you
all
want.
steal my idea, and then it'll be ruined. Sorry.
Ruined. I'm ruined.
One more from this album. This is called "Motherless Child."
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from home. A long way from home. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from home, a long way from home. Sometimes I feel like I'm all.
So while listening to this, my brain is on vacation at the moment. I can't remember when I was listening to this album. I don't remember hearing any audience at all. And it
I
does
was
say
wondering
live.
about that.
Yeah.
Unless
so is
they-
this
unless
one
they-
where they just they redid it? I can't imagine they would do that. But then I thought like is the audience just that captivated by their sound that they're just you
Like if
can
you
hear a
listen
pin
through
drop.
the album, you don't hear any clapping or anything
I
like
don't
that.
know, but like, and even like just the silence of like their rests, like there's no like shuffling of feet. There's, I mean, and in a small stage, I haven't looked at the stage yet, but if it's only 300 people, it's not that big of a stage, and I mean, you could probably hear the party going on next door. You know,
It's
on
hard
my
to see
microphone.
the way the pictures are taken, the stage in relationship to those that are seated. But it is a theater seating too.
Mhm.
So it's not like, but it looks like a very long theater. And based upon the picture, it looks like there's some space
Okay,
way
so
before it gets
maybe-
to the audience. So it just may be the way it's mic'd.
Yeah, it could be.
But I understand what you're saying. I was looking though at who's played there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Richie Havens,
Mm-hmm.
John Sebastian. It's a whole
Bach?
list.
John
Um,
Sebastian Bach.
Yep, I think so.
Wondering if you picked up on that one.
No, I was the Wailing Jennies
Who?
on there. Jeff Daniels with his band. Who else? I'm just looking at like John Waite, The Commitments, Green Sky Bluegrass, Paul Thorne. I mean, they even have some like comedians up here, like Tom Green is on here and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But it's just, the list of people. Anna Popovic played there.
Really?
Vanilla Fudge.
Hmm.
Gilbert Godfrey. The Punch
Interesting.
Brothers.
Oh, nice.
It's
Okay.
like it's a good list of
Yeah, it really is.
Patty Larkin, Wishbone Ash, David Wilcox. So like between the comedians and the performers, I mean, there's a decent list of people who have
Mhm.
stepped on that stage.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I actually had to copy the list, bring it into another program and zoom in on the font because it was so small, the website. I couldn't read it. Old age.
Yep.
To be 140 years old and look as good at that theater.
All right, 2011, Bright Morning Stars is the next album. This song is called Swing Low, Sail High.
I have failed you. I have failed you.
And I chose this one because it's different than the other stuff we've played. This has kind of got a mixture of country and maybe a little bit of pop in there, some slide guitar, but it still has at the core, they're gorgeous harmonies, and
Right.
they still don't lose that part of it, even though they're exploring different stuff, which I think is interesting.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then the next one is called Bright Morning Stars.
Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is a breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They are down in the valley of praying. Day is a breaking in my soul.
I could just listen to them all day. They're just so good.
I just wish they had more stuff.
I do too. Yeah. But
I mean, I
if they're-
understand why they potentially don't, but it just
Yeah,
would be
yeah. And if they're
cool.
touring again, who knows? There's always the potential for more
Right.
stuff.
Exactly.
So, all right, 2017. This is slowly becoming, or I guess quickly becoming, one of my favorite. Well, my new favorite album by them. I thought it was 40 Days, but this one is surpassing it. Got a couple from this one. This first track is called "The Old Churchyard."
Come with me to the old churchyard. I so well know those paths neath the soft green sward. Friends slumbering there that we want to regard. We will trace out their names in the old churchyard. Mourn not for them, for the trials are o'er. Why weep for those who will weep no more? For sweet is their sleep, though cold and hard their pillows may be in the old churchyard. I know that it's fate when our friends depart to breathe kind words to a broken heart. And I know that the joy of life is mine when we follow lost friends to the old churchyard. But were I at rest neath yonder tree, why would you weep, my friends, for me? I'm so weary, so wayward. Why would you retire the peace I seek in the old?
I get so lost in listening to them, I forget that we're recording.
No, but I agree with you. Their voices are beautiful.
Yeah. And I love the drone in that just that the whole thing just really kind of
Agreed.
sets it off. So, and one of the reasons I really like this album is so much of it is a cappella. It's just so cool. The stuff is just so cool. This next one is called Light of a Clear Blue Morning.
It's been a long dark night. I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight, but I can see a brand new day dawning. And I've been looking for the sunshine, 'cause I ain't seen it in so long. Everything's gonna work out just fine. Everything's gonna be alright. It's been all wrong. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay.
And you got that drone in there too, but this time it was not instruments, it was their voices.
Right.
So,
And that is originally written by Dolly Parton.
yes. And then one more cover from this one. This is a Paul Simon tune. Loves Me Like a Rock.
When I was a little girl, and the devil would call my name, and I'd say, who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated girl. Ooh, I'm a singer in the Sunday choir. Oh, my mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. Yeah, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, loved me, loved me, loved me. When I was grown to be a woman, and the devil would call my name, and I say, who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated woman. Ooh, I can snatch a little purity. My mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. Yeah, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, loved me, loved me, loved me. If I was the president,
I think one of the reasons that I'm really liking this folk music and, the Nickel Creek stuff, and it's not only is it simple, but like there's nowhere to hide. There's like, we played Eric Gales early, like his stuff is fantastic, but like you could doctor that up, you throw overdrive on the guitar, distortion, and you could make it sound good. This
Right.
you are out in the open. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gone. And
Right.
that's
It's
why I
one of
like
those
live
things-
stuff too. It's like
Yeah.
there's no place to hide in a live setting. Like, it's either there or it's not, and that's why I like the live
Right.
stuff.
Well, it's like what was when we did the books by Victor Wooten, and they talked about like, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but like no wrong note.
Hmm.
Like, you just go forward. You just
Yep.
keep doing it. This is a little bit more raw and open than playing with a band. Like, it's just their voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get that with all folk, even with Nickel Creek, that have each have an instrument and they're playing, and
Mhm.
when it's just the three of them, there's a they're clean, just like
Yep.
Victor Wooten's clean, even
Mhm.
though it sounds like a bunch of mush sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But in that mush, there's a lot happening that if you
Yeah.
really listen to it, it's amazing what he gets accomplished. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the Wailin' Jennies. They'll
That
put their
means
stuff in there, and
you need to join us this Sunday after this episode comes out. So we'll probably play all the songs that are here because we'll play the full song. But there's a bunch of other ones
Yep.
that we didn't play, and maybe we'll look into some of their solo work and see if there's anything we want
Yeah.
to throw in too. But you
Yep,
need
for
to join
sure.
us Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
yep. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, Fridays and Sundays we're live streaming. Make sure you're joining us there. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to us on Instagram and all those other things in the link tree.
Yeah,
know what's
just go to the
going on.
show notes. Everything's down
Yeah.
there.
Thanks for listening, and
Thank you. Yeah.
we'll have another episode next week. Thank you all so much.